This week we set our sights on 1984 as we delve back into the world of lost video games. Prepare to get hit on the head by a purple coconut, fall into a ridiculously strange crevice, and suffer a life-changing bat attack. Hello, yes it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames, and I am back with more lost treasures from the pages of your computer magazine. If you didn't enjoy the previous episodes, hard luck, because I find this fascinating. I find this stuff really, move this one here, really fascinating. Now last time we covered 1983, I did 2 issues from 1983. Today I've got 2 issues from 1984. I'm going to rush through them again, but hopefully show you a few pictures and maybe some games that are in these pages, things that we do not remember, things that were so obscure back then that nobody bought them, and now we can never ever find. Now today's issue, the first issue I'm doing is February 1984, so I'm doing February and March 1984. They were great days. I just know they were. I know that was a brilliant time. I'm just checking the cameras. Brilliant time of life. How old I would have been 13. Yeah, 13 years old. I've got my Spectrum. I'm trading games with friends. We're going to the computer shops. When we had about 2 or 3 in our town at that point. I'm going to them every single day after school. Every day to see what's out, what's new, hold the boxes, look at the screenshots. I mean, obsessed, utterly obsessed by computer games at this point in my life. Like it's any different now, but you know. So let's just get started. What are you going to show us in the magazine?
What's on the table?
Well, first up today is this double-page spread from a company I do not know, Anic Microsystems, based in Northampton. California Gold Rush, which did come out on the Super Savers label. I know it from that. This must have been the first issue. But also, what sort of spelling for Yahtzee is that? Yahtzee. I know it's tricky trying to get around other people's licenses, but that does seem a little bit too far. Lots of games there for Spectrum. Starship 2100 RD. RD. Do you think that's a typo? It must be, mustn't it? But there's loads of weird stuff. Cosmic Attack, USS Enterprise, Dumb Duck, The 7 Hills, Hot House Hell. There's so many games here. I just don't want... Where are Anic Man, Pigot's Pony, Ghastly Ghouls, The Force Beyond, Pain, Damage... I think most of these are MIA. Let's see if I can find one of them. Vicious Vermin. Well, it actually turns out that every single Anic game is MIA. This is the closest we get. The god-awful Phaser Chase, reissued by Soft Hits in 1983. This is an entire catalogue of a games company that is missing. Isn't that very strange? Now, this is an early advert for Martech. We know Martech from Crazy Comics mainly, don't we? Crazy Comics and Mega Apocalypse. But it shows some really rare games. Conflict, the ZX81 board game, which we have in stock at a ridiculous price. But also a sequel, Galaxy Conflict for the Spectrum. I have never seen that. I want it, but yeah, computerized board games from Martech. Who knew? Now, this advert is insane. This is by Imagine. This is pre-Ocean buying Imagine. This is when Imagine was standing up for themselves, making a hash of it. Yeah, he used to be a teddy bear. This is, I mean, just shows that it's arrogant. It's really arrogant. This is a merch advert. It's only advertising merchandise. So we've got like balloons. You can have an Imagine balloon for 10 pence. You can have a cap for £1.50. T-shirts with the Imagine logo on. We've got badges galore, 30p, or posters of their few games that they've released at this point for £1 each. Wow, I've never seen anything like it. An advert just for merchandise in the 80s. In 1984, they're advertising merchandise. They thought they were so up themselves. They thought their games, like Stonkers and Zoom, were so amazing that people would want to buy just merchandise with their logo on it. Weird. Early advert there from J.K. Gray, a couple of really rare ones. The 4-star compilation on the Spectrum, and 3D Vortex, which we also have in stock at an incredibly expensive price. But yeah, it's just nice to see those. And here is the Vortex. If you don't know, J.K. Gray went on to become the founder of New Generation Software, and you can see this is a kind of prequel to 3D Tunnel. Do you think it's a bit like that? Things coming out of a spinning hole. It's a bit trippy, isn't it? It's a bit trippy. Things keep flashing in front of you like strange monsters and that. It's odd. It's rubbish. But more exciting was this. Now, this is a original Microsphere advert. You know Microsphere. They did school days and back to school. And they're advertising their early games there. And they're advertising Wheelie, Evolution. Yes, we've got Evolution in stock again. Incredibly expensive. The train game, which was actually quite a big hit. But what is that? Crevasse and Hotfoot? Crevasse and Hotfoot. More investigation needed. Now, firstly, I must say the inlay rings a bell. I think I've seen this before. This is Hotfoot. You play a rabbit. The numbers represent random food items. You may be able to get a carrot, but it's a mess. What they've done with the screen is just a load of colours. I guess we're supposed to be scrolling through it or pushing our way through it, but it doesn't make sense. Crevasse makes more sense, but that doesn't make it more interesting. Yeah, there are some lines. I'm guiding my little pointer from the left to the right of the screen, past the lines, safely across. What do you do once you're there? Oh, I guess we go back again. Yes, you literally are going left and right, avoiding these plot lines. That's the command that's used to make these little lines on the Spectrum. Yeah, and then you back safely across. That is it. I'll be honest, when I think CRL, I think low quality games, but that is a nice quality advert. Look at that guy. I mean, that's not AI, someone drew that. That's all their game covers, all put into some people sent to a guy's hands. And there's a little picture there of the titles. Yeah, they're not great games on the CRL label, but that is a very nice glossy advert. Okay, Commodore 64, Voyager Software. Now, I know one of these games. I know that one, Quasar. I'm not sure that I know this one, Avenger. I don't think I've ever seen it. I mean, Avenger's a very common name in the world of video games, but I definitely have not seen that. Attack. I don't know if it ever came out. I need to investigate that, but yeah, Voyager Software. Unusual. I mean, they're obscure, really obscure games. They sold hardly any, but they had a lovely full colour page ad. Now, I picked this one just because it's such a beautiful advert, isn't it? Star Blitz on the Softtek label. Not incredibly rare, but yeah, just that spaceship, that imagery, seeing it in a big size rather than just on a little cassette-sized inlay. It just looks so beautiful, doesn't it? You know, they really did fantastic artwork back then, didn't they? They really did.
What's on the table?
Right, moving on to the next issue. This is March 1984, and I seem to have got even more post-it notes in this one. Loads of stuff to show you in these. Like this vintage ad for Microgen. Microgen, it took them a long time to get a hit game with the Automania and the Wally Week stuff. And these were their early games. They were like mainly arcade game rip-offs. I mean, so many companies did that. Very cheeky Star Trek license there. But there's some really odd ones here. Drac Maze. I don't think I know Drac Maze. I don't think I've ever seen it. I know you are excited. Luckily, we have our Spectrum in our hands to help us navigate this maze. A 3D maze that really is slow to draw. Compiled basic at best, I would say. Type in a direction and see where you end up. Apparently Dracula is at 12:31. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, now we are for it. A bat attack. Okay, let's get ready for some arcade action. Oh dear. This site is so... I mean, you probably can't tell what a struggle it is. I just need to get the bat in the middle. I am literally battling against the programmer's incompetence. Come on. Oh... That's it. I died. No, I haven't died. I've lost some points. Okay, back in the maze. Is that a light with a lampshade that's drawn in at the top of the tunnels? Let's go south. Let's see. Oh, we've fallen through a trap door. Below are 3 comfortable coffins. Okay, more arcade action. We've got to work our way through this. What? Oh, that is impossible. That is literally impossible to try and guide that. More careful next time. I'm not playing this again. Mad Martha 2, that's quite famous. Creepy Crawler, I'm not sure. Well, no, I hadn't played this before, but it's a pretty nippy centipede game. No real surprises there. I mean, it's a classic coin-op by Atari. We all know that. But it's all there. There's nothing missing, and it's nice and fast. And the spider got me. Yes, 180, yes. Land of Sagan, not even that rare. Pat the Postman, very cheeky. Pat the Postman, talk about cheeky getting around the licence. But then there's this game, Nanas. Nanas, I have never seen a copy of Nanas, but I do know it definitely came out. This game's completely Nanas. Okay, we are going to start at the bottom of the screen. What? I slipped over straight away on a banana. I must jump. Let's jump this time. What? That's a long jump. It's all about catching. Oh, coconut on the head. Bright red coconut. Okay, let's go. Jump. Oh, I slipped on the banana again. This game is rubbish. Now, this is a strange double-page advert for the Auric Atmos. Now, they ditched the Auric 1. It didn't do very well. They made a slightly better version, the new Auric Atmos 48K. I mean, it's only got 48K. This advert, rubbish bin for your old has-been, yet more money for yet more bolt-ons. Or the new Auric 48K, 3 cures for amnesia. But it's really, really quite rude about other formats in the advert. So it rivals the performance of the supposedly larger, more expensive Commodore 64, which unfortunately loses 26K of its elephantine memory in high-resolution graphics. Like, that's a bad thing. Yeah. What a bizarre argument. It beats its immediate competitors like the Sinclair Spectrum, Dragon 32, VIC-20 and Atari 600. Doesn't say how, doesn't say why. It beats the Lynx 48K. Nobody had a Lynx anyway, which costs over a third more. Nobody bought a Lynx. It even beats the Acorn Electron. Oh, yippity-doo-dah. And the BBC Micro, which costs more than twice as much, yet loses 23K to high-res graphics. So basically you're saying our computer's better, it's got low-res graphics, even though it's only got 48K. I don't know, it's very weird. The Auric Atmos costs a mere £170, including all the leads and adapters you need to get it going. So if you're buying a computer, remember our name, we can save you a fortune on bolt-ons or waste paper bins. I mean, nobody's going to throw their computer into a waste paper bin. You're going to throw it into a skip. We all know it. Now, if anyone thinks that arcade sticks are new, they're not. Look at this thing, the Emax, the new super joystick, $28.95 arcade style joystick for the operator who has everything except perfection. The Emax Arcade Professional. Beautiful. I used to see this advert a lot. It's like the double spread from Carnell, that image of the Wrath of Magara adventure game. I recognise most of these titles: Black Crystal, The Crypt, St Bernard, Adventures of St Bernard, later came out on Mastertronic, Devil Rides In, Volcanic Dungeon. But what is that Star Force 1? I have never seen Star Force 1 from Carnell Software. And you remember this advert? Yeah, the melty joystick. It's an early Ultimate Plays the Game advert, but the melty joystick brought it all back when I saw that again. And here we go, more class from Imagine. The games that killed the company, Cyclops and Bandersnatch. Basically, we all know the story. Rather than actually, sign up games that are in development, they got 4 top developers, including Eugene Evans, to just build these amazing games. And they were going to have their own hardware interface that plugged in the back of the Spectrum or the Commodore to give it more capabilities to run these incredible games, Cyclops or Bandersnatch. Apparently Bandersnatch eventually mutated into the Psygnosis game Barbarian. There's loads of stuff about this, but it's just interesting. This is how they were hyping it up before they went bankrupt. Progress report. It was only a few short weeks ago that Ian Weatherburn, John Gibson, Eugene Evans and Mike Glover were given their original brief. Produce the 2 most exhilarating computer games ever! The tension is beginning to show. And then we've got consumables at the bottom. Coffee consumed so far, 1,008 cups. Sandwiches consumed, ham 204, cheese and tomato 314, salad 353 and a half, in brackets, Eugene didn't like one of his. They're hilarious! Oh, they've been hilarious. They weren't, they were being incredibly cocky. Incredibly cocky, like they thought they could sell anything. They go, oh, we can build up the hype for a game so huge that we'll be able to sell it. No, but no, they went bust before the games ever came out. It's one of those sad stories from the world of Bandersnatch. You know Bandersnatch from the...
Bandersnatch.
Black Mirror was named after that particular game, that episode. Yeah, fantastic. Now, moving on. This is another cheeky quest for hype. Who are the Lords of Midnight? This is before the game was announced. They run a kind of, a sneak peek kind of just to get people thinking about it. Who are the Lords of Midnight? Obviously, Mike Singleton's classic game on the Beyond label. And talking of Beyond, here is their double page spread. Now, most of these games from this era from the early, from 1984, were pretty ropey. Up Periscope. Yeah, a Dragon 32 game. Goodness Gracious, I think that was on Commodore 64. SS Achilles, not great. Space Station Zebra, Pile of Poo on the Spectrum. It's just like, yeah, they really needed Denton Designs and your Shadow Fire and your Doom Dance Revenge and all those brilliant games that came later. Spy vs Spy, a Beyond game. But in the early days, Beyond was petty pants. This is a very nice early advert from Llamasoft, of course, covering lots of their classics, lots of camel games, Hover Bother. Yeah, just it's nice to see a magazine advert from Llamasoft covering so many different games. It's the amount of devices that people made for these early computers that gets me. This is big ears, you can see it. It is speech recognition. Yes, get over it, Alexa. Speech recognition for, not just for Spectrum, but they ran on the ZX81. So a computer with no sound, no mic, no sound inputs, you could get it to understand your speech. And that seems to be pushing that 1K computer beyond the possible, doesn't it? It just seems, what? And I like the look of it. I like that. I've never seen it. It's called Big Ears. Yeah, there was a couple of different speech recognition units for 8-bit computers. I've never really had a go on any of them or seen any of them working, but I would like to. I'd still like to. Now, this is quite a common game, Hunter Killer by Protec, but something this advert has taught me that I didn't know before is you can connect up two Spectrums together with the interface 1 and play 2-player. What? Two Spectrums linked up for 2-player games? Really? I remember doing that on the Amiga. I don't remember doing it on the Spectrum. How incredible is that? Yeah, so, well, I've learned something. I don't know if you have. Now, what is this? Now, this is a computer that you might not have even heard of in your life. This is the Alphatronic PC. It's a German computer. I think it's a Z80 computer. It's sold in tiny numbers. I've never seen an advert for it. I've seen the computer a couple of times in my whole life. That's it. I'm really flabbergasted by this particular picture here because there are games for it and I've never had a game for it. I've never seen a game for it. It looks like the games are all CRL titles, but with different packaging. There's a little white flash on them that says Alphatronic. I can see that Woods of Winter is there, The Orb is there, Stargazer Secrets. They are titles that came out for the Spectrum by CRL, but there they are rebranded for the Alphatronic. Now, I'm not sure that anyone would buy them, but if I ever saw any of those games, they are literally so rare. And they've got to be, what? I've never seen them, never ever seen them. And they didn't just come on cassette, it also took cartridges. It took games cartridges. The German Alphatronic. Also in America it was called the Royale. The Royale. It's like Pulp Fiction. Yes, the Chicken Royale. No, it's just the Royal. The Royal. The Royal. It doesn't look very royal, does it? But yeah, what a strange thing. More rare games. Battle of Britain. Yes, I've seen that. This is a company called Microgame Simulations, but I have not seen Spec Effects or Pearl Harbor. Yeah, very unusual rare games. This one's just a beautiful advert for Trooper Truck by Rabbit. Look at that, isn't that amazing? I love it. I love it. The thought that they were investing so much in advertising such poor games. It's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah, it's just incredible. I love it. I love it. I have been overly harsh. This is a fun game on the Commodore 64. I love the way that the wheels jiggle about. It makes it look like the surface is really rough. It's a moon buggy game, but it's pretty fast. And what is that I see? Yes, 3 layers of parallax scrolling. Shadow the Beast, eat your heart out. And there's another rare one from Software Projects this time. That is Legion for the BBC. Yeah, a rare game. A double page spread with Orion there. And what about the style of this early Hewson advert for Night Flight 2 and Heathrow? It looks like a 1950s comic, the style. I guess this is the same artwork that's on the games, but you don't realise when it's so small. When you see it zoomed up like that and you think, oh wow, that is really, I don't know. It's got a feeling about it. There's an emotion there. It reminds me of an old Airfix model kit. Yeah, love it. And finally, another advert for Imagine. I mean, they were really, so that's 3 full-page adverts in this magazine. The tension mounts, and they're advertising Alchemist, Zoom, Stonkers, and Zip Zap. Yeah, you know, if any company is going to make amazing mega games, Bandersnatch and Cyclops, Imagine not really up for the job, are they? But that really brings me to the end of another magazine and another show. Did you enjoy that? Are you enjoying looking at these old magazines as much as I am? Maybe not. I don't care. I'll stop caring. Thank you for watching if you did enjoy it. Until next time, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
And if you enjoyed this mad magazine ramble, there is a previous episode. Check out Lost Treasures of 1983.